It was a perplexing case to both family members and to investigators for nearly 2 decades. We're talking about a murder investigation that has now gone on for 18 years. It's been that long since police made a gruesome discovery of the body of Norma Martinez-Cooper, and it was found at the intersection, actually, of Eastman Road and North Access Road on I-20. Now, let's set the stage for you here so you'll know exactly what happened. On that date, it was April of 2006. Cooper was last seen alive around 11 p.m. At the motel on Marshall Avenue. 3.5 hours later, the 40-year-old's body was found on Eastman Road. She had no identification when she was found, and police had no clues or no motives in the case. That is what brings us to this today, as we are joined now by Norma's sisters, Linda Wilson and Sherry Iverson. First of all, I know it's painful to live the anniversary one more time, but this is nothing new to you. This has been a problem, I guess, for the entire case. Is there just haven't been really any clues to tell you what happened here? Is that right?
That's correct. Now, several years ago, there was one phone call. A young lady called the police department. I believe it was on the weekend when she called, saying that they know who did that to that Cooper woman because she had done that. They had done that to her as well, but they were never able to find who this woman was.
Now, I know from following you around over the years that you and your family had canvassed that area. You had put up posters, you had talked to anybody that you could talk to, trying to find out if anyone knew anything about what happened. And all you really found out was that she was at this hotel, and then mysteriously, 3 hours later, she turns up dead. Was there any indication to you of anything of what may have led her to that position?
Well, like most of us, May had her issues, and at the time that she died, she was not hanging out with the most reputable people. In fact, they think that it could have been, she wasn't in a gang, but they think it could have been gang related.
Sherry, I guess I wanted to ask you this is it's painful enough to know that you've lost a family member. I'm guessing you've tried every avenue that you can to try to find out if somebody out there knows anything about this.
Yes, Linda is working really hard trying to get in touch with anybody that will listen and air her story and try to get us any information that we can get to try to find the person or persons that took her from us and from her kids and her grandkids.
Now, I know that you guys are in Arkansas. Had you seen Norma previously? Had you been in a lot of contact with her before all of this happened?
She was in constant contact with my mother. Her and my mom were like best friends, and she had been to Arkansas a couple years prior. And in fact, she had said in 2 weeks' time she was coming back to Arkansas when she died.
My understanding was she was actually on her way to come back when this happened.
Okay, so she would have actually come back to Arkansas. Okay.
Yes.
But she gave you there was no phone call or anything like that of anything going wrong.
No. We hadn't heard from her.
You've talked with investigators over the years. You even had a new investigator go onto the case. Are you optimistic at some point? Because somebody out there somewhere knows what happened. Are you optimistic at this point?
I am. After speaking with the current cold case detective, of course, they found some DNA, and they have actually been interviewing people, I guess you would say. I know in 2020, October of 2020, they interviewed somebody, and they did submit their DNA, but it didn't show anything positive or definitive. But I really feel like the last couple of times that they are, I mean, they're still interviewing people. So that shows me that they are still working on it. So I'm always going to be hopeful, Bob, until I take my last breath. I'm always going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to be hopeful that this case will be solved eventually.
And I think that's really the bottom line is her killer is still out there.
Right.
We know that for sure. And that's the part that, like any family, you want justice at this point.
Right.
Yes.
Is there a sense of, you know, I hate to put it in terms like this, but the longer a case drags on, the more memories fade, the more, actual eyewitness accounts can be faded and that sort of thing. Are you hoping that something is found, before really it's too late, and maybe even the witnesses or the person responsible is gone?
That's what we're hoping for, Bob. I don't really know how anybody that witnessed it could forget it, because I saw my sister's body in the morgue. I saw what they did to her. She was brutally beaten. There was evidence of rape. But I don't see how anybody could forget seeing something like that. And I'm just praying that with this interview that something will jog somebody's memory, or it will just lay on their heart to where they say, I saw that, I know what happened, and I've got to do the right thing.
Okay. Ladies, I appreciate you joining us today. Is there anything that we wanted to add here as far as if you had a message for anybody who, how insignificant it may be, if they had any knowledge of anything, or may have even seen Norma, want them to come forward?
I would just like to say that I would like to have the person or persons responsible taken and dealt with before they do this to somebody else's family, if they haven't already.
Okay. Ladies, thank you
And
very
Bob,
much. I appreciate that. And best of luck. We will keep you updated as far as any progress in the case. Linda Wilson and Sherry Iverson joining us from Arkansas today. Ladies, thank you.
thank you, Bob.
All right, and we will have more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV Web Extra, I'm Bob Hallmark.